So far tonight, you've been hearing about the technical challenges of building AI. I want to talk from a different angle. I want to talk a bit about the people and the org challenges of building AI products. So, as Fergal mentioned, Intercom has been around for a while. Um, so, we have habits, right? We have processes. And 2.5 years ago, we had to become an AI company. So, we had to rethink how we design, how we ship, how we organize ourselves. Because a company is just a group of people with their own habits, with their own incentives, with their own expectations. And so when you're pivoting into AI, you are asking all of these people to change the way that they work. So these people challenges can sneak up on you if you're not prepared. And so tonight I wanted to share 5 painful truths that I've experienced, at least working on AI products. My truth number 1, demos are dangerous. Product orgs love to share early, share often, but when you're doing AI, that gets really risky, okay? A shiny demo, it hides brittleness, it hides hallucinations, it hides integration gaps behind it, right? When you're demoing something, you're making a promise about the quality of what you're building. And if you demo too early, you get product leaders who set marketing launches and things, right? Before anything's done. You get teams aligning around this thing that you haven't even built, right? They're prematurely rationalizing it into the product. Demo only what you're willing to be accountable for and be really clear what's risky and what's unstable. That takes us to truth number 2. Polish is a trap. So you've got designers who really want to polish something. You've got product leaders who want brand consistency. And then you have ML teams who need to get something into users' hands fast, right? So balancing that is really hard. Intercom has always had this strong critique and feedback culture. We have the concept of curious, minor, major feedback that we give. We also disagree and commit a lot. But even those healthy processes have not stopped us from falling into this death spiral, I'll call it, of you're working on design for something and your design is shaping what the output of the model needs to be. And so if you're revving on design too much, you're slowing down the process of the model, and then you're not actually able to make it robust, and you can't design in response to that, and it goes around and around and around. So the takeaway there, I think, is just resist that urge to polish before feasibility and value are actually proven, right? In AI, your focus has to shift overnight sometimes, right? There's a breakthrough, there's a dead end. Suddenly your roadmap is out the window, right? So that's truth number 3. The roadmaps, they will fail you. Any static plans you have are just going to collapse when the models surprise you. It just does not work. You have to be reprioritizing all the time. Intercom used to work in these 6-week product cycles. So they had, I saw them, I've seen these nice schedules that the teams used to have. Each week they knew exactly what they were working on for the next 6 weeks. They had cross-team alignment. That is no more, right? That's totally gone. Ultimately, survival is about this ruthless, constant reprioritization, because customers, execs, other teams, they all want something from you, right? And so that's why no is non-negotiable. No is necessary. That's my 4th truth of the night. Customers are great. I love customers. They have a lot of expectations. They have a lot of requests, right? How do you choose what to build for them? We are lucky. We get a lot of good feedback that's grounded in real workflows. When we get negative feedback, this will not work for me, that's great, right? We can really trust that. But when we get positive, I think this would be really cool, it's a lot harder to know whether that's a real need that they have or whether they just saw something shiny on someone else's demo. And so parsing out what you should actually work on there can be very, very hard. And it's also very scary. It's scary as a person when you're no to a customer, right? And they're threatening to churn. Demands will overwhelm you, but saying no is not failure, it's focus. But one of the hardest things we've gone through lately is that no only works if people have authority to make it stick, right? So the last truth is ownership can sink you. Products live and die by who's the DRI, right? The directly responsible individual. If you have the wrong owner at the wrong time, you can totally sink your product because people have their own agendas, right? The takeaway, I think, is you have to scope decision rights as carefully as you're scoping your features when you're trying to build these. Because if your ownership fails, like all those no's you said, they mean nothing, like your roadmap still collapses, polish doesn't matter, and your demos, like they were all false promises because like your AI product is just like off track, right? So I think competing in AI means you have to live these truths like every week. So you can't just ask like, is our model ready? You have to ask like, is our company ready to handle all this pressure? Am I ready to like hold the line in a tough situation? One half of like survival is like, do you have a really great model? Do you have really great tech? But like the other half is like, do you have a bunch of people who are willing to like deal with really uncomfortable situations and like hard stuff and like maybe go cry in the bathroom and then come out and like work together and like leave at the end of the day with like a smile on their face, happy to come back the next day? Because I think you need both of those parts to be able to really be successful at building AI products. Thank you.